For your viewing needs, come to Barry's Video with 3 locations. Our friendly staff can help you choose from over 10,000 movies. Family movies, as well as the latest releases, are only $2 each or 3 for $5. For your
This is how most stores feel about buying your old video games. This is how we feel. Funcoland, more video games than anybody else at half the price.
Take a ride to Tower Records! It's a real trip! Right now, Tower has thousands of summer hits on sale. Take the ride to Tower!
Uh-oh. Can I help you?
You're taking this away from us? You're taking away our physical media? I mean, it's not like I didn't see this coming from years ago. I mean, we've been digitizing ourselves now since the creation of the internet, especially since the creation of MySpace and Friendster and all that stuff. It's been consistently going that direction. Who the hell mails letters anymore? I don't even think people send emails anymore. Look, it's just, I get it. I understand why Sony's making this decision. I understand why Xbox and Nintendo are piggybacking off this decision. It helps the company be more cost effective for their bottom end. They get to save costs from not printing out all this awesome physical media. And, you know, they get to compartmentalize everything and homogenize everything down to one little space where everything is just licensed off to you. And you can buy the product, but they can just take it off anytime they want, even if you bought it. So I get it. But at the same time, fuck you too. And that's going out to Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, and the band U2. So I'm making this video as sort of an ode to physical media because I'm 46 years old. I remember being a little baby and having physical media at my disposal. We had 8 tracks, we had vinyls, we had beta, we had VHS tapes, we had cable TV, which was called Sigma Box or Cablevision, I remember at the time. And, you know, all those things were preceded by the silent film, then that led to the black and white film, which led to color film, which led to black and white TV, which led to color TV, which led to all those other physical media tapes that we just discussed. And technology keeps moving forward, and we can't stop technology from moving forward. And that's something I have to accept as I'm getting older. But I don't think there's anything wrong with holding a piece of your childhood deep in your heart, not only for memory's sake, but it's just good to have. It keeps you young. And Sony, this is what you need to understand is you're not just taking away the physical media. What you're also taking is the opportunity for kids like when I was in the 80s that are not going to have today of trading video games or going to someone's house and playing their video games or playing together in a group, not just online. Because video games are really, I feel, are meant to be played together, not so much like massive whatever bullshit online games that you guys play that I just don't play. I don't care. What I want you to understand is what you're taking away are these memories that I cherish and I have my whole life. Like, for instance, my earliest memories of video games was 1983-84. I was 3-4 years old. I remember we had the Atari 2600. I remember Space Invaders and trying to play Space Invaders on that joystick. And it was so much fun. And then I also remember we had the ColecoVision and seeing Rocky on the TV screen against Mr. T after seeing Rocky 3. I believe I saw it in the movie theaters, but I remember watching it on TV when I was really, really young, and then seeing the actual physical copy of the ColecoVision of Rocky 3, and then seeing it on the screen. You could tell what you're seeing in the box is not what you're seeing on the screen, but I was still amazed by the graphics. I thought it was absolutely amazing. And then like a year and a half later, my father comes home with the Nintendo Entertainment System with Rob the Robot, played Gyromite, played Duck Hunt, shooting a pistol or a gun or a light gun at the TV and shooting those ducks. I thought it was the most amazing thing in the world. And then turning 6 years old, it was around WrestleMania 2 and Super Mario Brothers came out, and it was like our addiction. We could not put it down. I remember our friends would come over and we'd like, look at this! And everyone could not stop playing Super Mario. And that's my earliest memories of video games. When you first open up that Nintendo box and my dumbass would rip it open, I should have saved it because I would have been a lot richer today. You know, when you first open up the box and you see the sleeve with the game, and then you pop in Super Mario 2 after playing Super Mario 1 the year before, 2 years before, getting that first copy of Nintendo Power with Super Mario 2 on the cover, which I did have, which I did probably throw away by accident, or my mother threw away by accident probably like 2 weeks later. I know. Don't judge me, man. It's been rough, okay? But you know, first time playing Super Mario 2, and I remember it till this day, and I still love playing this game. Or when my brother wanted to get a Sega Genesis, and he kept talking about this Mickey Mouse game, and I'm like, Mickey Mouse game? What's so special about a Mickey Mouse game? And this is actually the Castle of Illusion that he bought at, I think it was called Kid City. It wasn't Toys R Us, but it was a toy store that was selling Genesis that had them available. They were kind of selling out at the time. And he bought this game with like Lakers versus Bulls NBA game, I believe. And then we first opened it up and, you know, here it is. And you're taking away our chance to have these wonderful pamphlets that they don't even make anymore in modern video games. I don't know why you stopped making this. I guess saving trees. I don't know, saving costs. Whatever. You guys are cheap motherfuckers to begin with. But, you know, popping in this cartridge, which was like so much smaller than the Nintendo cartridge that I almost felt like I was holding something from the future. And then first playing Mickey Mouse Castle of Illusion and seeing those graphics and the gameplay, I was absolutely blown away. And my brother was right. This game was amazing. It's still amazing. I'll still play it on TikTok Live once in a while if you check out my page on TikTok Live, which is, shocker, Jay's World Order. Then when I jump ahead into my 20s and I'm all into pro wrestling and the Attitude Era is kicking off, and then the Ruthless Aggression Era is taking off, and then this guy entered into the WWE and we were just like, oh my God, this man is a beast. And then when they first put him in a video game, I was so excited to play it because not only can you play this game with Brock, you can play it with freaking Goldberg. And then you can play it with Stone Cold or an old school Undertaker or Hollywood Rock. This game was the shit. It's my favorite wrestling game of all time. And here's a little fact, and my friends back in New Jersey, if they're going to watch this video, can tell you, I won a 6-man elimination with Stevie Richards. Oh, hell yeah. That's right. The Stevie kick. Another thing that you're taking away from us is people like myself, us collectors, we go to these conventions, toy conventions, video game conventions, swap meets, flea markets, whatever. But we like to meet the people that also created these games or movies. That's why I have all these autographs back here. So when I met Brian Collin, the creator of General Chaos, who also happened to be the creator of the game Rampage, among others, tell me this amazing story about the game Rampage.
In the original Rampage, that screen that shows what they look like human before they turned into monsters.
Yeah.
I was George.
Oh.
Ray was Lizzie.
Oh, you were?
Yes, and programmer Jeff Nauman was Ralph.
Oh my! Now every time I'm going to watch that, I'm going to see it totally differently now.
You're not going to get that experience with a digitized copy of Grand Theft Auto 6. And speaking of Grand Theft Auto, when I met the man who played Michael in Grand Theft Auto 5, who signed my game, who nearly choked me to death at Game On Expo.
What do you got to say? Huh? Nothing. You're lucky I don't pull off your head and shit down the hall. Oh my God. Oh my God. Let's go.
You're not going to get that experience with a digitized copy of Grand Theft Auto 6. I did have a record collection. I did have a massive CD collection. I had a quite extensive cassette tape collection. The cassette tape collection, I think I left with my family back in New Jersey. The vinyl collection, unfortunately, was torn apart by my roommate's dog a number of years ago, and that was absolutely heartbreaking. And the CD collection, a lot of it was so messed up and scratched and sun damaged. I donated it all to Goodwill like 15, 16 years ago. But I started realizing one day when my power went out, man, I got nothing to watch on TV. But I had a portable DVD player. So I started buying DVDs again. And coincidentally, my internet went down just a few days ago, and I had no internet for 48 hours, but I had all my game systems where I could play DVDs. And it was nice just to shut off the internet for a while and sit down and watch the entire season of the Clerks cartoon series. If you've never watched it, it's fantastic.
Psst. They're using all our air.
No, they're not.
When do you ever get to see the Ben Stiller show online anywhere? Maybe you can watch clips on YouTube, but it was fun just to sit down and relive the early 90s with Ben Stiller and Andy Dick and Janine Garofalo.
Britton, Spider, Anna, Vaughn, Akeem, Tank, and Devin. These are the kids of Melrose Heights. 90210-2402.
Or how about, I'm in the mood to watch Married with Children. Yeah, it's on Hulu, but the internet was out. But hey, I could watch some of the best episodes they ever had, and that's why I still collect DVDs. But that's the point of physical media. It's not just the collection, it's the connection. When I worked in record stores, I worked in 2 record stores. Alwick Music in the Livingston Mall in Livingston, New Jersey, and Compact Disc World in East Hanover, New Jersey. And by the way, I got fired from both of those jobs. Why? Because I was a lazy, shitty employee in my early 20s and my teens. My bad, my apologies. But what was great about working in those record stores was people coming in, talking about music, connecting about music, talking about the concerts you went to. My discussions of my experience at Woodstock 99, which is still a fan favorite whenever I bring it up. But taking these things away from us, you're taking away the human connection. And the more we're disconnecting from each other, I think the more sad we're going to get, the more depressed we're going to get, the more isolated we're going to get, the angrier we're going to get, the more economically and sexually frustrated we're going to get. This is not a good direction for society. Maybe we're saving money on not spending so much on printing plastic stuff and using trees for paper. Fine, I get it. That environmentally, it might be better. But it's going to hurt your companies, guys. We will probably assimilate. The kids these days will assimilate immediately, but people in my age, their 30s and 40s, are going to have a difficult time. And I'm not going to buy a PlayStation 6 immediately. I'm not going to. I'm not going to buy anything that's digital only. It's going to take me a while to accept it and adjust to it. In the meantime, I'm still going to collect, and nobody's going to stop me. All right, my friends, thank you so much for watching Jay's World Order, and please, peace and love.